Welcome to my home here at Voice Magic. Today I have a beautiful practice for us, which is a heart activation. What we are wanting to explore with this practice is activating the resonant field of our heart. So an energetic concentration and expansion. We're not necessarily working with an emotional experience, though that can come up. And because of the physical implications of the electromagnetic field of the heart, we can have many bodily sensations as we open up as well. So you can imagine an orchestra ensemble and your heart as one of the instruments. It begins to play this clear, resonant tone. And through the beauty of sympathetic entrainment, other instruments begin to vibrate, resonate, and activate at that same frequency. So this is a way that we can use resonance to explore our inner landscapes, everything that's going on inside our body, as well as the space that surrounds us. We will be using 3 sounds for this heart activation. The sound of V, which is our energy concentration sound, and it's a bit of a stimulant for the lips as well. The sound of a breathy ah, which is simply ah. This will help us create more space. And the full-toned, resonant ah sound. Ah. As you can tell, that is an expansive sound and positioning in the mouth. So if there's any tension in your jaw that comes up, you can pause and give yourself a soft massage to release. It's no wonder that ah is a sound that is associated with the heart in so many traditions. It is that open position. And sometimes this can feel almost too open. So there can be a little bit of resistance. Your ah can feel a little bit like it's all teeth. Ah, that is completely normal. You don't want to force yourself. You can soften gently into the ah as you go with a practice like this. It might be helpful to bring in a few extra breathy ahs. So what we'll be doing is we'll be alternating between the V sound, about 6 or 7 seconds. We won't keep it too long. Concentration, and then expansion into full-toned ah. Another V sound, and then a relaxation and opening of more space with a breathy ah. One more concentration into a full-toned resonant ah, and we'll close out with a breathy surrender into the body. We can begin by landing more deeply into our body and taking note, particularly of the chest and heart area. How is that feeling? Are there any sensations? And also the back of the heart. How does that space in the back of your body feel? And you can expand your awareness just a little bit to include the entire room or space that you are in this moment. And from that presence, we will begin with a concentration of energy with V. I'll only do about 6 or 7 seconds of this. If you feel the need to prolong that, you can go ahead, but we're going to get a bit of a rhythm going. So a soft inhale and you exhale on V. And we inhale and we will exhale on a full-toned ah expansion. We're going to go back to the concentration with a V. Inhale. And we will move into a breathy ah, creating some space. Breathe in. Gathering that energy, coming back into the V. Inhale. And into a full-toned resonant ah. Breathe in. Beautiful. And you can do one breathy ah in this space and surrender into that expansion. Take notice of how you're feeling. Things like temperature, perhaps your heart rate, a sense of circulation and flow of energy, any subtle sensations, any intense sensations, perhaps emotions. Often for me, when I'm doing subtle energy work, I have a little bit of tearing up that happens in my eyes. So all of these are the ways that your body and your energy bodies are communicating how a heart activation like the one that we just did impacts, nourishes, brings you into that resonant field. I hope you have enjoyed this expansion. This was a lovely heart activation to share in this way. And there is a deep relationship between our lips, our tongue, and the heart, not only in the muscles, but in a phase in our development, there is something called embryonic folding, which is the heart is positioned a little bit ahead of what is going to become the full brain and mouth. And at that stage, there is a movement of the position, folding, a meeting. And I think this image is so incredible because it reminds us how interwoven and connected we are from the very beginning of our gestation throughout the rest of our development as we grow, and not only at a physiological level, but at a deep, energetic, interconnected, subtle, nuanced level as well. So every time that we're working with the voice, that we're stimulating toning, body speak, body whispering, humming, we are also working with the heart. Isn't that kind of amazing? Thank you for being here with me, and I will be looking forward to our next exploration coming very soon.